Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. Today I'm going to present you all the pens I have inked for the start of the month of March 2020. So these are all the pens that I have inked right now, and they are quite a few. If I'm not mistaken, they are 33 pens, less 5 than January, but still a lot of them, too many actually. But because some ones I've inked up for review, some others got out of ink, I could manage to reduce 5. But still a lot of them, so this video will take a little bit. I'll show you just the pens shortly and do just a very short writing sample for you to see which pen I have inked and which ink I have inside each one of them. So I will point the camera down and I'll show you the pens. Just before doing that, I want to ask you to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you didn't do it already. So let's do it. And here I am with the paper, the usual Rodeo dot pad. This time the A4 size because I think I need a little bit more room to write. And let's see if all the pens start writing immediately, because there are some pens that I didn't have the chance to write with during this month. As I told you, some I have to ink because of the pen reviews, others from the ink reviews, and I have some pens that are inked still since from December, and some of them I did not have the chance to write with them through February. So let's see if they all work right immediately when I uncap them. So let's do it. The first one is this one. This comes from last month, and this is the Parker 100, and the color is smoke bronze. It is a pen that I really like, hooded nib, that's quite similar to the Parker 51. So this is the Parker 100 smoke bronze. This one has a half nib, and the ink inside is the diamine ink vent. Sorry, getting out of the camera. Ink vent. Oops, I rotated the pen, it's not a skip. Calendar. Roasted chestnut. A very beautiful brown ink that I already reviewed. And now we move to the next pen, and this is another Parker. They are ordered by a brand, and this is the Parker 25 with the blue finish, which means it is blue there and blue there and there. And this is the Parker 25. Let's call it Flighter with blue. It has a nib that I don't know which is. I think it is an M, with an ink mix inside. Sometimes I put leftovers of other inks inside another one just to change inks or to finish writing with some pen. This is the Parker Arrow, also a nice flighter color. Parker Arrow, let's call it Flighter CT because of the chrome trim. And the ink inside this one is this Plus Sailor Gentle Southern. And I don't know the size of this nib. I would say maybe a fine. And let's keep with Parker and let's go for this very strange one, but it is interesting pen, and it is the Parker 180, also a Flighter CT. Some people say that when a Parker made of steel it's called Flighter, but some people say when it has not cooled trim, it is not a flighter one, but I think I can call it flighter CT and GT as for chrome trim and cool trim. This one has a medium nib, and it has the Montegrappa Turquoise. Sometimes I have to check my notes there to be sure that I'm not saying anything wrong. And another Parker. This is the Parker Frontier, and the color is the metallic gray with a fine nib and with Parker Quink green. And to finish up with a kind of a Parker, this is not really a Parker, this is an addition for this month. I've had this pen already, and I showed it on the Apple Boom top 3 pens that I was invited to do. This is a replica of a Parker Senior Dufold. So, Parker Senior Dufold copper replica by Chris Thompson. I already have the review of this pen on the channel and also mentioned it on that video of Apple Boom. And this one has an F nib because I've changed the needle point nib for this F nib, and it's more comfortable with such an heavy pen. And it has the Parker Quink Black, which is an ink that I really like, and this is a very heavy pen, and I have to tell you, a very beautiful one with this Parker nib. Very beautiful. And let's try not to lose too much time in each pen to get through them all. And we'll go through another copper pen, but this one has aged, this one also, but I just cleaned it 3 days ago, and you can see the difference both in color and size. And this is the Kaweco Lilliput, very nice pen. It is always with me on an EDC bag. This Kaweco Lilliput copper, and it has also an ink mix, which makes this kind of almost black, almost blue, not exactly anything color. And we'll keep on Kaweco, and I have a lot of them today, as almost always. This is my very faithful Kaweco AL Sport Stonewashed Blue. I carry this pen every day in my pocket. It has an F nib. This one also has an F nib, and with also an ink mix. I don't worry too much about clogging this pen because this is a pen that I use daily, so I'll go through the ink quite quickly, so it will not be that hard to put fresh ink inside. Here I have another Kaweco AL Sport Gray, also called anthracite, and it has also an F nib, very very smooth. And inside it has the diamine ink vent calendar, and this one is the Solstice, a very beautiful ink that doesn't show all its beauty in such a fine nib as this one. And now we'll move on to a vintage Kaweco. This pen is just gorgeous, and this is the Kaweco Special, and I'll call it vintage and I would say it has an F nib, but a flexi one with Parker Quink Black. You'll see that today, or for this month, I have quite a lot of pens inked with Parker Quink Black. Then we'll go on to another pen that I still have to review, so it is still inked, which is the Kaweco Sport Metallic Green, with also an F nib with the Yamin Inkvent calendar, and this color is the mistletoe. And the next one, another Kaweco, and we still have 4 more Kawecos to go, so lots of them today. This is the Kaweco Frosted Sport. This nib is quite different from that one, also pleasant, but has a different feel. And this is the light blueberry color with an F nib, and it has the Kaweco Royal Blue cartridge inside. And let's go to another Kaweco, also from the Frosted line, and this is the Kaweco Natural Coconut, and I forgot to mention it is the Frosted Sport, also with an F nib, and it looks like Parker Quink Black, but it is not, it is the Kaweco Pearl Black, which I find to be a nice ink, and I would say somehow comparable with the very classic Parker Quink Black. And we move on. This is a very strong color, contrasty, and so on. Kaweco Perkeo, and this color is the Retro Block with F nib, and inside it has the Montblanc William Shakespeare Velvet Red. And this ink, if you check the last month's video, you'll see that this ink in another pen with a nib that is just slightly broader, also a Kaweco nib but a broader one, you'll see a big difference in the color of the ink. And this one is a special limited edition, and this is the Kaweco, and this is Skyline, although it is transparent, Skyline Sport, and it's called, I have to check my transparent turquoise, and it is a gold spot special edition, and it has an F nib, and inside it has Kaweco Palm Green. And moving on, we'll go to the final Kaweco. So many Kawecos. So if you like Kawecos, this video is good for you. If you don't, it will start to be good after this. And this is the Kaweco Sport Coral by Fontoplumo, special edition exclusive for Fontoplumo with this guilloche in print. You can check the review that I made. This is the gold trim version with an F nib, and inside it has the KWZ Monarch, also an ink exclusive to Fonto Plumo. And here we go for one of my currently favorite pens, the Nettuno 1911 Black Sands. Beautiful pen with a... I love this nib. Nettuno 1911 Black Sands, and this is a fine nib, and I put inside the, how it is called, Waterman purple, but I didn't wash it before, so it still has some remains of the previous purplish ink, so it looks that dark. And here I have a more recent pen to me, which is quite interesting. I showed this only last video, and this is the Wing Sung 60 pen made of all metal. Very interesting. And one of the most interesting, it has Euro black ink, but if you check it, it's not black, it is brown. But I can swear that when I bought this ink bottle at a Chinese store here in Lisbon, it was black, but the color changed very quickly. After being some time in the bottle, it changed color, so now it's brown. No problem for me because I like that, but it's strange. Then we have this beautiful big pen that I've talked to you about a lot, which is the Perkeo Bonita Oversize Black. This is a pen made by hand, and it is a gorgeous pen. Very well made. If you want to see well-made pens, go there, and if you want to see pens with urushi lacquer and all sorts of Japanese treating on the pens, see their website. They have really beautiful things with Montblanc Leo Tolstoy ink inside. And let's put it aside. And we'll move on to another interesting pen, which is the Caras Costumes, and this is K, with also a red ink mix. A very sturdy pen. And we'll move on. Let me take care of these pens here to prevent accidents. And let's go to one of my favorite brands, Leonardo. This is the Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Pietra Marina, also called Sea Stone, with a medium nib, and the color is the Diamine, also an ink vent calendar ink, which is called Jack Frost. This is an ink that with lots of sheen and that takes forever to dry. Another pen from Leonardo, a beautiful Leonardo Officina Italiana Furore, different model from the Momento Zero, and the color is Passion Red. And this one also has an M nib, and inside it has the Leonardo purple or violet purple. And my third Leonardo I have, and this is a problem that I have, I think it's impossible to have a Leonardo pen that is not inked, because they are so well made. This is one of my favorite pens ever, and this is the Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande, with an F nib, and the color is Leonardo dark, no, not. The color of the pen is, I forgot, dark Hawaii. The name is so big that I forgot to say it. And this is Leonardo Turquoise Hawaii. So beautiful ink with a very, very beautiful pen. And we move on to a pen from Germany. And this is a Diplomat Magnum burned red with Kaweco caramel brown. Quite nice nib. It has a very different kind of feedback, but it is a very good nib. And then we'll go to TWSBI Echo T, and this one is this is the blue, and I'm struggling a little bit to write with this one because here I have to write with an angle, and this one has the stub, it has a stub nib, stub 1.1 nib, and the color it has inside is the, let me check, the Sheaffer script turquoise. So this is a little bit difficult to me to write quickly with this pen, not because of the pen, but because of the kind of nib it has. It is a pen that I received for review, so I didn't choose the nib, and it is a nice one. Let's turn the page. And we are reaching the end. We have 8 pens to go. Lots of time, I know. This is the Moonman T1 Grey beautiful piston filler pen. I also made the review of it with inside, what does it have inside? The Parker Ink Brown. One of my favorite inks ever that is discontinued now. The nib on this one is an F nib. And let's move on to another Moonman. This is the M8. Beautiful pen. Moonman M8. Gold flakes with an F nib, and it has inside the Matignon turquoise. Also a nice pen. Then we go to a pen with an interesting color and with an interesting nib. This is the, let me put it this way, the Aurora 88 Duocart vintage pen with platinum black cartridge, because platinum cartridges fit this pen, and this pen is quite interesting because it has a very flexy nib. The problem with this pen is, although it has a very flexy nib, the feed cannot keep with it. It writes well if you write normally. If you flex it, it will fail. But beautiful pen, nevertheless. Then we'll go to a new pen that I showed you from the pens that I received in February. This is the Natami Hooded Nib. I think this color is called yellow, but it's not really yellow, so I don't know how to call it. Oh almost like a mustard, and it has inside the Parker Quink brown again, because this pen is much wetter than that one. I don't know if you can see it, but this one looks a darker ink than the Moonman T1, and the ink is the same. And now we go to a very big pen with a very big nib, and this is the Montblanc. And let me show you, this is the Montblanc. As far as I can understand, this has a kind of an architect nib, 149, and I would say this is architect. Nice thing, because I don't know how to write architect in English, but please bear with me. And it has another diamine ink vent calendar, and the color is Season's Greetings. As you see, this nib is so broad that it doesn't suit my way of writing. I got this pen because it was cheap, but the nib is not my kind of nib. Then we go to a pen that is my kind of pen, and this is the Sheaffer. I love this pen. Legacy II, with also a diamine ink vent calendar stuff called Happy Holidays. I think this has an F nib. It's not written anywhere. Then we go to this pen, which is the MS. It's failing. I think it's running out of ink. Let me check it. Yes. Let me just prime the feed a little bit, just to try to make it right to the end of this video. But as you see, this will get out of rotation, which is the May Simplicity Be Happy one, the silver color with J Herbin, and it is Lee de T. And I think these were the last words of this filling. And finally we'll go to one of my Grail pens that I got in January, and this is the Visconti Homo Sapiens Bronze Age Oversize. Today I have pens with a very long name, with, you guessed, Parker Quink Black, and also this one has an F nib. So these were all the pens that I have inked for this month. Some of them will get out of ink, some of them will get out of ink and inked again, another will be stored away, and I guess I will ink up some other pens into my rotation, and maybe I'll receive some others on the mail. So I'll try to reduce the number of pens inked, because this is not sustainable anyway, and then start using try to reduce the number and use more the pens that I like more. But I also have pens that I have to review, so they have to be inked for some time. This is the advantages and disadvantages of being a pen reviewer, but overall it's a nice thing. So I hope you liked the video. This is very long. I know these kind of pens for the month are not for everyone. I don't want to do a pens of the week or currently inked, because it's more like the videos that Wasky Squirrel makes, and I don't want to steal his kind of way of doing things, because I really appreciate his channel. So this is my way. I hope you like it. Please, if you find this too long, tell me something on the comments below, and I will try to improve. So this is all for today. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.